morning to everybody. This is a wonderful occasion and I'm happy to be here for several reasons. One of which is in 1984 I was in this very courtroom sworn in as a Superior Court judge. That was in 1984. We are going to welcome a new addition to the Superior Court bench. She will do well here under very good direction. Judge Brazil is no longer the presiding judge, but we have presiding judge, Judge Taylor and Judge Chestner. Back in 1984, when I was in this courtroom, it was Judge Chestner's mother, who was the county bar president, who spoke at the ceremony. It was a wonderful event, and I sat right there in that chair to be introduced and sworn in. It was a wonderful occasion. Well, today we have another wonderful occasion where I now have the benefit and opportunity to swear in another new judge in the Superior Court. Linda Sun, who I met in 1991. Because of her community and civic work, I enjoyed her company, and I saw she had talent to which I would like to envision her doing legal work. I encouraged her to go to law school. She went to law school. Did well. She got a good job as Assistant Attorney General. Wonderful. But I saw more talent in her because she just demonstrated the acumen and scholarship that is wonderful for the bench. I have to say that it's a little bit of a tribute to her. I know what she did. My dear little girl worked in my chambers in the last year of her law school as an intern. And so when I say that I knew she had these qualities, she has earned and demonstrated these qualities through her work. Her work ethics is wonderful. Her demonstrated dedication to civic and community work is quite clear. But her scholarship, which we can't change, it's just been excellent. But you had something beyond all that. You have a judicial temperament that was demonstrated in how you conducted yourself and how you approach your work and the outcome of your work. I would say that you have a clear mind to the respect for law. I think that is so important in what you are now going to be doing as a judge. As a judge, I would say that your duties are quite difficult. The pressures are great. The volume of work is tremendous. And I say to you, as you go through your work, the stresses and the difficult decisions you will make are difficult. I would say that do it honestly, with ethics and justice, and go to bed at night feeling that you did the right thing. That's the only way we can support the system to work. And if you're ready to proceed into this judgeship, I should come forward to be sworn in as a judge. Linda, raise your right hand, let me swear you in. Repeat after me. I, Linda Lou Sun,
I, Linda Lou Sun,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will take this obligation freely
that I will take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Well, congratulations. You are now a Superior Court judge.
Thank you.
And to have the proper garb, who do you have to enrobe you?
I will have my family, my mother, Yamiliu, my husband, Albertson, and my children, Seraphine and Skylar.
It means the world to me today to have Federal District Judge Ronald Liu perform this ceremony. I am the product and beneficiary of his mentorship. Those who met me on the campaign trail probably already have my 1-minute stump speech memorized. Today, I'm going to fill in the blanks with the faces of some key players who have contributed to my American dream. So you all know that I'm a first-generation immigrant born and raised in a working-class family where both of my parents were teachers in Hong Kong. They used their last penny to send me here for college on my own so that I could have a better education and life. My father passed away 16 years ago, but the person who sacrificed so much of herself is with me today, and that is my mother. While I was in college, she was working a 15-hour day in Hong Kong to support my expensive tuition as a foreign student. The image of her getting shoved into a sardine-packed metro train day in and day out to get to work is still vivid in my mind. The strong work ethic, the resoluteness, the adaptability, and positivity that she instilled in me are some of the guiding principles in my life. Without her vision and sacrifice, I would not be the person I am today. Thank you, Mother. I love you. After I graduated from UCLA, I had the great fortune to work with the late Secretary of State, March Hong Yu. I was her special assistant and later became her only goddaughter. Before she left for her post as U.S. Ambassador to Micronesia, she encouraged me to go to law school. She told me to seek a legal guru out because he helped her son, Kip, or known as Matthew Fong, to get into law school. I needed to speak with this person. The notion of becoming a lawyer was very intimidating and unfathomable to someone who has only been in this country for a few years. So I turned to the revered community leader and legal guru, Judge Liu, for guidance. He told me that the rule of law is the bedrock of our society and in every profession. It gives you the power to help others. I was inspired by this great man, so I applied to Judge Liu's alma mater. During law school, I was an extern in his chambers and also became a naturalized citizen. The person who swore me in, along with 5,000 other new citizens, was Judge Liu. After I passed the bar, the person who swore me in as a new lawyer was also Judge Liu. So this is the third time he's played a pivotal role in my life's major milestones. He also gave my parents a private swearing-in ceremony when they received their citizenship upon learning that my father was ill with cancer. When I decided to run for a judgeship, after having a very rewarding 20-year career at the Attorney General's office, I naturally consulted Judge Liu. He first gave me a stern reality check, which almost crushed all my hopes, and then he turned to me and smiled and said, "Why did it take you so long to do this?" The campaign was an extraordinarily humbling, arduous, and eye-opening process. I am so blessed to have rekindled with many old friends and met new ones. I would have invited each and every one of them to this ceremony, but for the pandemic, which restricted the gathering to only immediate family members. To my kids, Seraphine and Skylar, nieces, nephews, godchildren, Cindy Chung, thank you for your pure and unconditional love. I am grateful for the role models I have in my life, and I hope to pass their wisdom along to you. Finally, to Albert, my husband of 26 years, thank you for sticking around and for supporting my dreams. Some of them are wild, but some did come true. Thank you.
So now we'll move on to a pre-recorded greeting from the presiding judge, Eric Taylor, in just one moment.
Linda, congratulations, and welcome to our court. It is such a privilege and honor to have you join us. It is the strangest time to be joining the ranks of judicial officers, but the strange times are the best times, to be honest, because we all want to live interesting lives, and we've come at a really interesting time. We have never needed judges, good judges, patient, wise, intelligent, strong judges, and fair judges more than we need them now, with the country going through a pandemic, a budget crisis, and challenges even in our nation's capital, political challenges. What is true and remains true is that the rock is the judiciary. The rock of our three branches of government is the judiciary. You will do an amazing job and have such great experiences because of the new path you've chosen. And just from knowing you and knowing you as a lawyer, and then talking to you since since your appointment, it is, I can tell you, it is going to be a wonderful thing for you on this bench, and so much more wonderful for, and a blessing for the people that we serve. We need more people like you. Your new assignment in children's court is just one of the most important places you can start. You're going to impact lives every day. I always say on this job, you get to do the right thing every day. And that's not something that a lot of different professions can say. That's not really something a lot of individuals can say. You get to do the right thing every day, and you will do that. It is the best job you'll ever have. I've been here for about 23 years, and I haven't once gotten up out of bed and thought, I have to go to court. I've always thought I get to go to court. So again, congratulations to you. Thank you for being here. Congratulations to your family and all the people that supported you, made the right decision to support you and be a part of your family because you chose them to, or who were just fortunate enough to be born into your presence and into your close household group. If you ever need me, if you ever need any support, please call or Zoom or whatever we might do. And hopefully one day we can actually get together and I can just give you a big hug and just congratulate you in that way. Again, your family, you all have supported Linda from the beginning, and look what you did. This is as much yours as it is hers. This is a victory for all the people that love you and support you, Linda. So now, Judge Sun, and call me Eric. You can call me Eric now. And I'll call you Linda, but right now I'm going to call you Judge Sun. Judge Sun, congratulations and welcome to the Los Angeles Superior Court.
And now we'd like to move on to our scheduled speakers. And I'm looking for our first speaker. which is former presiding judge Kevin Brazil. Sorry, just one moment. I have to find them. There's so many people. All right. I've asked the former presiding judge to unmute himself. You should have a option to do that.
Okay, can you hear me?
Great. Yes, thank you. You're free to go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Linda. How are you? I am so proud of you. It's really so pleasing to see your family, to see you sworn in. Sorry I couldn't be there. This pandemic has caused so many changes for all of us, but congratulations. This is so wonderful to finally have you on our bench. I can remember when you were campaigning and all the hard work you did. You truly earned this spot. You are going to be a fantastic judge. We are so excited that you are joining our bench, but you're joining at a very challenging time due to COVID-19, and you're going to be terrific. As judges, we face many challenges. You have a challenging assignment in dependency court because you're dealing with our most precious resource, that's our children. But I know you're going to be wonderful at that job. It's your hard work, your dedication is what we need on the bench. We are so proud of everything that you bring to the bench. As a new bench officer, I just want to let you know, always remember to practice and exhibit humility. That is so important as a judge, and you need to exhibit that every day. Also, along with humility comes civility and how you treat the members of the bar, how you treat the litigants, how you treat the public, how you treat your colleagues. It all makes a difference, and it goes a long way in establishing why our court is what I say is the best of the best. You are now part of that group of judges who make sure justice works. You make sure the court doors remain open. I also want to encourage you to always have integrity. That is probably the most important quality for any judge, is that people can rely upon you, that we can count on your word, that we know you have the honesty to stand by your convictions, to stand by justice, to decide cases fairly, to treat the public the way they should be treated, and that is to be heard. Give everyone an opportunity to be heard. And also, Linda, always remember to have courage. It's going to be tough times being a judge. It's a great job, as our presiding judge, Eric Taylor, said earlier, but it's also a challenging job. You also have to make some tough decisions, but you also have to make a difference. And that means standing by your convictions, using your best judgment, and never looking back, because there will be plenty of people who will second guess what you do. That's why we have the Court of Appeal, and a lot of people may be critical of your decisions, but follow what you know is right. Follow your best judgment. Use your reasoning to come up with the right decision, to follow the law, and to dispense justice. And I know you can do all those things. So just remember, humility, integrity, and courage, those are kind of the bedrock principles for a judge, to be a good judge, to deliver justice. And we know you have that. I've seen it throughout your entire career. I want to congratulate your wonderful family. It was beautiful seeing your husband and your children and your mother. And one of the things I want you to always remember is always make time for your family. They are the ones who got you there. They are the ones who will always be there to support you. So sometimes as a judge, we get wrapped up in what we're doing. And we always have to remember to make time for our family, whether it's your children, your mother, your husband, cousins, whoever, because those are the people that you can always count on. They've always been there for you. I want to thank your mother. Sorry about your father. I know they've made many sacrifices for you to be a judge. So I am proud of them, just as I am so proud of you. As Judge Taylor said, this is the best job you will ever have. I know on the court, we're excited that you're joining us. Remember, on the court, it's all about teamwork. We all work together. No one gets left behind. We help each other. We support each other. I know you're going to do all of those things. And remember, it's always good to volunteer. Always be willing to help out. You've got a long, wonderful judicial career ahead of you. I know you're going to be great. Again, very happy for you. Proud of all your hard work and dedication to get to this point. In some ways, you're starting a new journey being a judge. I know your legal career as a judge is going to be just brilliant. So thank you for everything that you bring. God bless you. Take care. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you. And now we move on to Congress member Judy Chu.
What a great day this is. I'm Congressmember Judy Chu, and I'm so honored to be here today for this historic ceremony for my friend Linda Sun on her enrobing as judge of the Los Angeles County Superior Court. For over a quarter of a century now, I've had the privilege of knowing Linda and watching her personal and professional growth. I attended her wedding to Albert. I've seen her 2 children grow up. I saw throughout all these years how conscientious, empathetic, and diligent she is, and I know all these attributes will make her an outstanding judge. Linda got her start years ago as the Special Assistant to Secretary of State March Fan Yu. It was there that I got to know Linda and observed not only her dedication to community outreach, but her sharp mind and her quick understanding of the political system. When March Fan Yu left to become ambassador of Micronesia, Linda had a choice to make. But to her credit, she decided she wanted to continue her work for women's rights, environmental protection, equality, and more, so she pursued a law degree. And for the next 20 years, her legal career blossomed, first as Deputy State Attorney General, where she protected consumers from unscrupulous actors, and then as Supervising Deputy Attorney General, where her management of a huge team of attorneys and paralegals has helped guarantee some of the most consequential cases in our state, and that they're prosecuted fairly, efficiently, and effectively. But it's not only her professional credentials that are a credit to Linda. I've been especially appreciative of her extensive volunteer work in the community with organizations like the International Leadership Foundation in Los Angeles, where she raised an incredible $300,000 to create new leadership workshops and youth scholarships. I'm so lucky to count Linda as a valued friend and as a valued member of our community. Now, as the newest judge of the Los Angeles County Superior Court, she will bring her immense talents to the bench. And I know that all of Los Angeles County will be better off because Linda is in this position of critical importance. So Linda, congratulations. I look forward to seeing what your already remarkable career has in store for all of us.
Thank you, Judy.
Now we move on to my congressional representative, Ted Lieu. You should have a
Hi,
to
Tony.
unmute yourself.
Can
Great.
you hear me?
Yes.
Well, I want to thank everyone here. And before I talk about our awesome new judge, Linda, I did want to say a few words about Congresswoman Judy Chu, who we just heard from. Under her leadership, we now have more Asian Americans in Congress than at any time in U.S. history. And we also know that the API community is the fastest increasing group in America, including California, where we're now the second largest group in this state. And thank you, Tony, for running Linda's campaign. And Mike Ang, I see you as well. It was an honor to serve with you in the legislature. So in terms of Linda, I'm so honored and excited that she's going to be a new judge, and want to congratulate you, Linda, and your family. My wife actually got to know Linda when they went to law school together. I've known Linda for many, many years. She has the exact perfect judicial temperament. She's going to rule out her cases fairly, give everyone the ability to present the facts, and then she's going to do what is right. As many of you know, she had an amazing career in the California Department of Justice, where my wife also worked. By the way, Betty is sorry she couldn't attend today. They're actually preparing for an emergency torrent school board meeting because of the pandemic and what the LA County Department of Health recently came out with a new recommendation to close schools. In terms of what Linda did at the Department of Justice, she spent over 18 years there helping Californians, and she's going to apply the skills she learned there to being a judge. And I'm so excited for Linda to put on her black robe and to do what she will do, being an amazing judge in Los Angeles County, and just look forward to working with her as we continue to make sure that California remains a great place to live, work, and play. Thank you again so much for having me on. And by the way, I also want to mention Linda is a graduate of UCLA in the middle of my district. So with that, thanks so much for inviting me, and good luck and Godspeed to you, Linda.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Ted. I
Congressman.
also live in your district.
Thank you, Congressman Liu. We now move to Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara. You have received a notice to unmute, and thank you.
So great to be here. Felicidades, Linda. It's so good to see you and see your beautiful family. I, along with so many other distinguished elected officials, are with you to congratulate you on this special day. You know, Linda and I had what was supposed to be a 15-minute conversation that turned into, like, I think a 4-hour dialogue about justice in our system, and particularly justice for our brown and Black communities, and how often so many people that look like me with my experience don't get a fair shot at justice. We had laughs, we had some amazing tea, and I'm gonna say, Linda, we even cried together a little about our stories, about that immigrant experience that unites all of us as Americans and as Californians, and our constant quest to make our society a little more fair and a little more equal for so many of us that still, you know, struggle. Linda, I just want you to know that you are the perfect person to be a judge in LA County, to espouse those values that you have, that were taught by your family, of kindness, equality, and hearing all the judges talk about just the type of individual you are. I'm so proud of the fact that I came on early in your campaign, supported you, because you epitomize the values of LA County and epitomize the values of so many of us that have either legislated in the area of, you know, juvenile justice, of criminal justice, in our effort, in our endeavor to put justice back in our justice system. Thank you again for your willingness to serve. I want to thank your family, your husband, for you know, being with you and supporting strong, intelligent, dynamic women to serve on the bench, because we need more. And we know that, especially in LA County, during these difficult times, we're going to continue to rely on our judges, on our judicial system, to execute justice, to do it fairly, to do it with compassion. And I can't think of a better person than you, Linda, to be there to fight for our children. Thank you so much. Felicidades y mucha suerte.
Thank you, Ricardo.
And now I'm looking for State Senator Susan Rubio. Would you hold up your hand in the chat if you're here? Not seeing it. I'm going to move on to Assembly Member Almarasucci. I've sent you a request to unmute, and welcome.
All right. Good morning and congratulations, Judge Sun. Thank you so much for inviting me to join such a wonderful gathering of great folks throughout Southern California. I'm Assemblymember Almarasucci, and you know, I not only have the privilege of representing the South Bay, where the Sun family lives, but also, you know, I'm so happy to be able to join all of you in celebrating a former colleague with the California Department of Justice to be appointed to the Los Angeles Superior Court. You know, I've seen Judge Sun work in the trenches. I've seen how she's, you know, fought for the people of the state of California, for so many years. And so I have full confidence that she's going to bring her wealth of experience as a former member of the California Department of Justice, as a former Deputy Attorney General, former Supervising Deputy Attorney General, and now serving on the bench. And so, Judge Sun, as one of the few attorneys in the legislature, I feel like I can no longer call you Linda. I need to start calling you Judge Sun, Your Honor. Congratulations to your entire family. Congratulations to your mother. I mean, your family history, your personal history is, the arc of the story that you shared with us is truly the American dream. And we're so proud of you. We're so proud for your family. I know your daughter Seraphine we'd walk precincts together in the South Bay, and so I'm sure your daughter, your son Skylar, your husband Albert, everyone, we're all so proud of you. Congratulations, Judge Sun.
Thank you. You can always call me Linda.
We'll now move on to our former State Treasurer and State Controller, John Chung. I've asked you to unmute, and I'm going to spotlight you now, and thank you.
Thank you, Tony, and good morning. Against the tumult of recent times, all of us should deeply understand that this is a moment of celebration, hope, inspiration, and faith. Our dear friend Linda Sun has elevated to become a jurist. When I think about this, 22 years ago and 22 years and 1 week ago, I was in a similar position where I took the oath of office for the Board of Equalization. And like you, Linda, I wanted to thank both my mom and dad. My dad, like your dad, was no longer on this good earth, but the sacrifices of our moms are something that needs to be treasured and well recognized. So to Linda's mom, congratulations. You have really done not only yourself honor, your daughter, her family, but all of us, her cherished friends, an incredible privilege. 22 years ago, January 9th is hard in my family. This is the day, anniversary of the day that my sister was abducted and murdered. My sister wanted to become a judge. She wanted to become an immigration judge. She was a fierce champion for women, women's rights, dear friends. As I spoke during the campaign, when you look at Linda, she's the model, loving wife and mother. She is a loving colleague, incredibly professional. She's somebody who touches all of us. She is a perfectionist. So in a country that is absolutely divided, what I used to say about my sister is that she was great at bringing people together. We could not have a finer moment that somebody of that character and that quality occupies a position in our judiciary today. So Linda, I'm sure my sister's smiling on you as while my biological sister's not here, my other sister has become a judge for the LA Superior Court. Congratulations.
Thank you, John. You're always my big brother.
All right, thank you. We now move on to California Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board member and former Assembly member, Mike Ging. You should be able to unmute, and I'm spotlighting you now.
Well, thank you very much, Tony, and good morning to everyone, all of my friends. Again, this is Mike Ging, and this is an overcast and dark period of time, but it's so good that we have the sun coming in right now, our new judge, Linda Sun. I think it was about 25 years ago, I was MC at the wedding of Judge Linda Sun and her amazing husband, Albert, I think just about a few steps from UCLA near Westwood Village in Bel Air. And one of the most memorable experiences that I had that I can remember was seeing the amazing gifts that Albert and Linda received. But none of those gifts can compare with the gift that Linda Sun gave back and continues to give back to the community. And what gift is this? It is Linda Sun's sense of responsibility and public service as contained in her judicial statement of candidacy. And I quote, "I, Linda Sun, worked full-time to pay off my tuition and to support my elderly parents. In 2000, I passed the bar on my first attempt when I was pregnant. I committed and continue to work as a pro bono attorney to help the homeless, unquote. The late Secretary of State, March Fong Yu, Linda's godmother, introduced me to Linda. And I must say today that March Fong Yu's spirit is here. Linda, March would be very proud of you today. And she would probably say that she always knew that someday she would call you Superior Court Judge Linda's son. And I'm equally as proud to say to my dear friend, who I believe has just been appointed to the Children's Court in Monterey Park, I believe, where I once served as the assembly person in that district, and Judy and I have lived for many years. And so today I can say to my friend, as March Fong Yu says, congratulations to our dear friend, Judge Linda Sun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. We now move on to Senior Assistant Attorney General Carl Sauni. You are able to unmute, and I'm spotlighting your video now.
Great, thank you. Good morning, I'm Carl Sauni, and I've worked closely with Linda when she was at the Department of Justice. And at the Department of Justice, she was held in the highest regard, both by those that she supervised, as well as those to whom she reported. And thinking about Judge Sun becoming a judge, it's hard to get used to that. I recall that 2,400 years ago, Socrates defined the ideal judge with these words. He said, 4 things belong to a judge: to hear courteously, to answer wisely, to consider soberly, and to decide impartially. Linda embodies each of these essential characteristics. As to her being courteous, anyone who knows even a little bit about Linda knows that there is no one who is more courteous and delightful to talk to. And I am confident that that attribute will be easily met. And that is not an easy thing. Few lawyers ever master the task of being courteous. And she is loyal to the truth. Am I back on again there?
We can hear you. Sorry, your audio went out there for about a half a minute,
Okay,
so
I'm
you might
sorry.
want to recap.
Well, you didn't miss too much other than my praise for Linda. She is also charged by Socrates to consider soberly and to decide impartially. And no one who knows Linda will doubt that she will excel in exercising tremendous judgment. What I can tell you is that at the Department of Justice, she handled over 600 cases personally. And she supervised, we estimate, almost up to 3,000 cases during her time at the Department of Justice. Ostensibly, the cases that Linda handled were on the side of the prosecution. However, Linda has always been mindful of that descriptor in the Department of Justice's name, that of justice. And she will wear the title of judge. Both the words justice and judge share a common Latin root word, jus, which means right or law. In her years at the Department of Justice, Linda always used the law to do the right thing, not the easy thing. And as she enters this next stage of applying the law to do the right thing, I'm confident that she will continue to show that Socrates' ideals of a good judge will define the work that she has done, just as she has done it over the past 18 years. Congratulations, Linda, on behalf of all of us at the Department of Justice, who will dearly miss you.
Thank you. I will miss you guys too.
Thank you. And now we move on to retired Judge Carol Rose. Carol Rose, you're unmuted and you're spotlighted now.
How's that? You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Okay. This is for Linda and to Judge Sun. I'm so glad that my retirement from the bench opened up a door for your new challenging and this new adventure, this journey that you're now embarking upon. For me, it was incredibly rewarding. And for me, it was the most fun job in the world. And I know that it will be the same for you. You will have the unique opportunity to improve people's lives every day, especially in the assignment to which you have been granted. We are lucky that you will be in children's court. This is so important. I know you're going to do justice every day and you're going to love every minute of it. From the moment I met you, I knew there was no one else whom I would want to fill my seat. I can't help feeling that because we ran in the same seat and for the same spot, that you will continue and be part of my legacy. I am so proud to welcome you to the bench. And congratulations, that's all I can say. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you.
Thank you, Judge Rose of seat 42.
All right, now our feature speaker. I did hear from Senator Rubio that she's having trouble logging on and can't get in, but wanted to share her best wishes for the Honorable Linda Sun. And that's who we move on to now. Please, here is Linda Sun, and we'll spotlight your video.
Thank you all for your very kind words. I am so happy to see all of you here today. You are all very dear and special to me. The speakers today have been an integral part of my campaign and helped me in ways beyond my imagination to get me to the finish line. Each one of you have helped me in your special way to put me where I am today. I see some of my fellow judges here, Judge Kimberly Baker, Judge Esther Kim, Judge Tony Cho, Judge Lucy Armendariz, Judge Wendy Segal, Judge Zeke Ziedler, Commissioner Frank Chen. I am so proud to join your league, and I have my list of elected officials who have also endorsed me. Mike Fong, LA College Board, Lily Lee Chen, she is the first mayor of Monterey Park, Kenny Cow of Palos Verdes Estates, council member of West Hollywood, Seppi Shine, a council member of Monterey Park, Peter Chen, I'll be in your district, school board member Rick Phillips. Thank you all. And also Dave Fogg, the Registrar of Contractors of the Contractor State License Board. Thank you all for your guidance and endorsement of my campaign. Every single endorsement was so important and critical to me at a time when I needed it the most. And I'm honored to have earned your support. Some endorsements required a rigorous interview process, like the ones with the bar associations, union organizations, newspapers, police and fire associations, political clubs and PACs. Thank you all for asking those tough questions to make me a better candidate. Although I've involved in other people's campaigns for a long time, when it came to my own, I was a neophyte. Thank you for overlooking my blunders, giving me advice, and having faith in my ability. Running a campaign requires a lot of financial support as well. Several of my close friends, like Dr. Richard Navi-Sun, Cindy and Cole Harris, Rachel Yang, Dr. Roger and Jamie Lee, Dr. Barney and Candace Hom, Tim and CCU, Dr. Gay Yuen, Rick and Allison Phillips, Dr. Chanel Rittaker, Michael Patton, Lily Liang, Elizabeth Yang, Rosa Z, Vivian Chen, all hosted fundraisers for me, which were attended by hundreds of generous donors, many of whom are here right now. Thank you all for your generosity. Many of you put up yard signs, organized meet and greet events for me, introduced me to other supporters, endorsers, provided stellar references, I hope they are, to the bar associations, served as my surrogate, passed out my flyers and buttons, encouraged others to vote for me. I am grateful for your efforts. My entire Department of Justice family was so supportive of me that I feel I could have stayed there for another 20 years. My former bosses, Steve Handon, Linda Schneider, Carl Sauni, my outstanding team, my fellow supervisors, my best friend Desiree, my paralegal Cindy McCune. I will miss you all, and I am looking forward to the day that maybe I will swear you in as a judicial officer and we'll have lunch together. So my victory is yours, and the only way I can repay you is to take down all of my social media accounts so that you're not able to trace me from now on. Just kidding. I will not disappoint you, and I will thrive to be a fair and efficient judge. I am excited to join my colleagues at the Edelman Children's Court and bring justice to the children in our legal system. After we all receive our vaccinations, please come by and visit me when you're in Monterey Park. And by the way, no gifts allowed. Thank you.
Thanks everybody for attending. That concludes our program today, and have a good day and stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.